Hey guys, welcome to my sewing channel. Today I'm going to show you two different styles on how to sew in a zipper. First, I'll show you with this fabric using a white zip, and then I'll show you with this fabric using a black zip. I'll need some clippers and some pins for this. The most important part of this video is this zipper foot here. It is different from the standard one. So the normal one would have like one attachment, but this one has got two attachments. You can see there's a left one and there's a right one. Say for instance, here's your zipper and your foot. If you are stitching on the left side of the teeth, then you install the foot on the side closest to your teeth, which is the right side. But if you are stitching on the right side of the teeth, then you'll attach it on the left side, which is the side closest to the zipper teeth. Assuming that you're making a skirt and these are your back panels, overlock your center back edges before attaching your zip. So you'll move away your left panel, and on your right panel, place the zip down, pin it in such a way that your stitching will be 1 centimeter from the edge. Once you're done pinning, turn your panel upside down and start your stitching. Your stitch will start just above the stopper all the way and stop there, move the zip and continue to sew right to the top of the zip. Take your left panel and place it on top of the right panel with your right sides matching. Grab the end of the zipper like how I'm doing. Move it out of the way and continue stitching from the beginning of your first stitch down. So now that you've closed the bottom of the thingy, you take this out. Guys, I probably take the pins out and turn your project in this orientation. Your zipper should be at the top, horizontal like this, and start pinning the unstitched side. So this is how you will place your project on the sewing machine. Start stitching from below the stopper all the way to the top of the zip. Project is finished. The zipper is in, all the sides are sewn in. When I flip this over, this is what it looks like. It's very nice and neat, I must say, very clean. So the top stitch is only one-sided, as you can see, but then that's cool. I feel like that's all that I need. But then if you are very fussy and you want consistency, maybe you can do the top stitch on the other side, but honestly it is not necessary. Oh guys, look, I'm very impressed that the pattern on the fabric is still aligned. I mean, how beautiful. Look at that. Whether I open the zip or not, you know, it's still nice and aligned. Anyway, let's not waste any time and move on to the next style. Let's sew in the other zipper. Now let me show you style number 2. I'm gonna use the same things as the first one. So fabric, zipper, and some pins. So guys, for fabric like this, it's always best to mark your wrong side, like how I did there. I just had to make a big cross because I mean I can. Let's assume that for this project we are making a pillowcase. So you'll start first overlocking your edges. So turn your project with the wrong sides out, the right sides matching, and take your zipper and place it right next to your edges, just to mark where you would want your zip to be. And then you will sew there going down, and also here going up. Alright, so I have done that. I've sewn from here to there and from here to there, and now the next step is to sew from there all the way to there using a loose stitch. So I'll do a basting stitch which is very loose, using a different so that it's easy to undo. Once you're done with your basting stitch, you're gonna have to press your seams open. So you'll press your seams like that using an iron. Take your zipper and place it face down on the seam you've just ironed, making sure that the top and bottom stopper are positioned correctly. Now that will be guided obviously by the markings that you did earlier. Once you're happy, pin your zipper down. Some people use a tape for this, but I'll just stick to using my pins. I don't have a problem with that. Flip your project over, right side out, and start pinning again around the seam. now that you have pinned the right side of this material, go back and take out the pins from the other side because you don't want them caught under your machine. So yeah, once you've transferred all the pins to this side, you can also transfer the markings just to be extra safe, because at some point you're gonna remove those pins. So those bottom and top markings, please transfer them, please. So yeah, once you're done, take your project to the machine and box that. Guys, so I prefer sewing on the right side for this top stitching of the zip, and then not the other side. But if you are comfortable doing it on the other side, it is much easier that side. But anyway, I'm just going to continue doing it this way. So let us sew. The one thing you should always remember when you're sewing in a zipper is that when you get to the zip itself, just stop like 2 or 3 centimeters before it, pass it through, then continue sewing. Here's my top stitching done. I have boxed it nicely, just the way I want it. Now guys, remember, it doesn't matter whether you do your top stitching on the right side of the fabric or on the wrong side of the fabric, the results are pretty much the same. So now the last step now is to take your seam ripper and rip the seams open. And that's about it, guys. My job here is done. I am finished with the zippers. So tell me which style of fitting you would use. Would you use the first one or the second one? Please comment down below and tell me which one you liked or which one you found easier. Also guys, it will depend on what you're making. If you're making a pencil skirt, go with the first style, which is this style that I did. And if you're making a casing of some sort, a pillowcase or whatever, go with style 2, which is this one. And that is my cue, guys. I have to love and leave you, but before I go, please do me a favor, show some love by subscribing to my channel if you haven't. Like this video if this was very helpful to you, and also comment in the comment section down below and tell me which style you liked the most. Until next time guys, bye.